Welcome to Seneca Lady Indians Softball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're listening to the official pregame show of the Seneca Lady Indians. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a pleasant good Monday afternoon as we welcome you here to Seneca, Missouri. We get set for high school softball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. I'm Ben Wolcott, joined by Coach Darryl Harbaugh. Countdown to first pitch sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. A game that was supposed to start at 3 o'clock is going to get started closer to 4 o'clock thanks to the weather, but I don't think anybody is going to complain about the rain that we have seen today.
No, nobody is, and everybody's begging for more. They probably wish the game was canceled, and it was raining all over the area for about a nice slow rain, giving about 2 or 3 inches of rain. But, we'll take anything we can get.
And there is potential for more. At the moment, it's not really raining. I don't know that any more rain. I mean, it would have to. It was raining pretty good here about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I think it would have to rain that kind of hard for them to stop it again. But it's supposed to be out of here around 5 and be a little more scattered. And we've heard rumors, rumblings, and we've seen, Joplin doesn't have a bus coming back till 5:15. So some of that is probably them going, hey, we're stuck here either way. Let's try and get this game in.
Well, that's kind of like Lebanon last year. They showed up, and then their bus had to go back to run a route at school and then come back and get them. By the time the rain came in, they canceled the game. They had to wait for a while for the bus to get here. It wasn't too late, but Joplin's in the same boat as well. They don't have a bus here. They got to wait for their bus gets done running the route before they can come down and pick them up. So they got nowhere to go.
And these two teams have already played twice, both in tournament play in the Aurora tournament to start the season. Joplin won that contest 13-1, and then they actually played on Friday afternoon in the Branson tournament, and Joplin won that game 11-0. So it's the third time that they'll see each other, and Seneca went 2-3 in that Joplin tournament, beat Logan Rogersville and beat Aurora, 2 district opponents. They've beaten both of them in the regular season. They've now beaten them both in tournament play. You still have Aurora one more time thanks to the home-and-home conference games that you play. And so Seneca basically has the tiebreaker over Logan Rogersville, and as of now, they have a tiebreaker over Aurora. So, worst case scenario, it looks like, we're coming down to the last 2 weeks of the regular season, and it looks like Seneca, worst case scenario, would be 6. And you don't know anything about those Kansas City schools and their records, or just the kind of competition they're facing and how everybody is trying to get the best seed for their team. So Seneca, who knows what kind of seed they'll end up with. But I would think, right now you're sitting at a 4, maybe a 5 seed for the Lady Indians, which is, definitely winnable, win a game or two. And they've proven that they can play with Nevada, who right now looks like they're the strongest team in that district.
Yeah, they can play with them. They played with just lost 5-3 and had a good chance to win that game as well.
Yeah, game tying run at third and the go-ahead run at second in the 6th.
Just a base hit away. That we talk about it all the time. Can you get the hit at the right time? Could be a tight game. Everybody plays good. Everybody plays solid. It's going to be a tight game. Can you get the right hit at the correct time?
Go ahead, take a timeout. Come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
Churches everywhere preach that heaven and hell are real, and that a relationship with Jesus Christ is the only way to get to heaven.
When you hear such a message, you can do one of two things.
Billy Graham.
First, you can reject it, laugh it off, take it lightly, or you can weigh the facts, heed the warning, and gauge your life and actions accordingly, and repent of your sins, and turn to Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
So what does repent of your sins mean? It means you're sorry for the sins that you've committed, and you ask the Lord to help you stop sinning.
It is never too late to repent, never too late to turn to Christ. All the way through the scriptures, it teaches that God is a God of love, forgiveness, and mercy.
And He wants you to know all three. Someone is ready to talk with you right now when you call 888-388-2683. That's 888-388-2683. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as you count down to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy, as we get set for action here between Seneca and Joplin and Darrell. The Seneca team went to the Branson tournament over the weekend, went 2-3, beat Aurora and beat Logan Rogersville, lost to some good teams in Joplin. The third time they've played Joplin this year. Lost to Joplin, lost to a team out of Oklahoma, and lost to Bolivar as well. So 5 games with only 10 players. You're kind of trying to maneuver a lot of different things and still make sure everybody gets through that uninjured.
Well, you could, yeah. When you're in a tournament like that, you can play a lot of play. You can mix it up and play kids at the different spots and give them, give Callie Rhodes rest at pitch and let some other girls pitch and put some other girls in different spots I don't know what you want to call it. You still want to be competitive, but still yet you're letting the kids play at different positions. And that's always good. It's a good thing. And and I know the girls had fun while they were down there, and it's always good for a team like that to go down there and have some fun, be around one another, and play some game. They've won 2 out of the 3 or out of the 5, and then that's not a bad little trip.
And you think about how busy their week was last week. You have another busy week this week. You played Monday, Tuesday, Thursday last week, go to Branson Friday, Saturday, come back today, play today, and then you jump back into Big 8, play tomorrow and Thursday. So another 3-game week this week. So they are very much busy, these couple weeks of the season. And then next week you jump into, I think it's the Springfield tournament at the end of the week, and you're getting close. After this week, you're down to the last 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks of the regular season.
Yeah, it always amazes me is exactly how many softball games they can get in because, they probably played last week and then this week all the games. It's probably close to 10, 11 games in a 10, 11 days or less. I mean, it's just you just cram a bunch of them in. But They do. I mean, they jump into Monette tomorrow and was it Monette tomorrow and Mack County again on Thursday.
Yeah.
So,
they're in the midst of what is basically a 5-game homestand. Started with Nevada. I mean, yes, you go to Branson, but then you have Joplin, Monette, Mack, Cassville, Aurora all here at home. And, we talked about it a lot at the beginning. You didn't have a lot of home games at the beginning. You're making up here this part of the schedule. So
yeah, and it'll be from now on. The Monette and the Mac game will be huge. That'd be big just for conference wise. But then next week you come back to Cassville and Aurora again for your district.
Yeah, it's not only big for conference, like you said, it's big for district because they already have a win over Cassville and have a win over Aurora as well. Go ahead, take another timeout, come back, starting lineups for you after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Langford Insurance. First for the visiting Joplin Lady Eagles, coming in at 9-12. Overall, leading off is the designated player, number 14, Ava Wolf. Batting second and playing center field, number 5, Abby Lowry. Batting third and playing first base, number 25, Jaden Pankow. Cleanup hitter is the catcher, number 10, Riley Kelly. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 12, Maria Loom. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 6, Gracie Williamson. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 2, Taylor Love. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 9, Carly Howard. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 3, Lily Glover. Their extra player is their pitcher, number 18, Kaylin Bobski. Now the starting lineups for the Seneca Lady Indians. They come in at 5-13 overall. Leading off is the center fielder, number 4, Callie Fields. Batting second and playing left field, number 22, Maddie Collinsworth. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 17, Callie Rhodes. Cleanup hitter is the shortstop, number 25, Cordy Hancock. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 5, Jolie King. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 15, McKaylee Mitchell. Batting seventh is the designated player, number 1, Kesley Plattner. Batting eighth and doing the catching, number 10, Rayleigh Davis. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 24, Ashton Lannon. The extra player is the first baseman, number 11, Abby Steltz. And Daryl, you had talked about how it seemed like it was only a matter of time for Callie Rhodes to get hot. She even had a grand slam in the Branson tournament last week. She's hit like 5 home runs over the past week.
Like you said, she has some pop in her bat, and when she gets it going and starts seeing the ball and starts swinging better, she can hit the ball a long ways.
She actually had one at home last Thursday against Nevada, and Maddie Collinsworth actually had one against Nevada as well. Seneca will be in the blue pants, red tops, blue trim and numbers. Joplin it's basically all dark blues, white trim, and white numbers for them here this afternoon as the rain has stopped for the moment.
Knock on wood, yeah.
We'll see if it continues, and like we said earlier, I don't know that anybody would be disappointed if it started raining again.
Well, just because we haven't had any in quite a while, and all the grass is green, and the cows hadn't found a whole lot of good grass to eat, so it'd be nice to got a little cooler weather, get some rain this week. I hope it doesn't rain on Friday. I know the chances are at the end of the week they're supposed to, but Thursday and Friday. But anyway, if we could get some rain, it would help the farmers out around here.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at it, a lot cooler conditions this week compared to last week. Tomorrow's high is 78, Wednesday's high 74, Thursday's high 74, Friday, Saturday 71, 74. Fall may have officially arrived here in Southwest Missouri.
Well, I think it was either Friday or Saturday was the official last day of summer, and it went out with a bang. I mean, it was warm.
Friday night
upper 90s
Friday night was very warm. Friday night it was like 98, and then you get to the game, and we all noticed this is just how hot it was, even at 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night on Friday night. So I think everybody is ready for a little bit cooler weather.
Yeah, and it didn't cool down much during that football game. It was still probably in the 80s when the game stopped at whatever. Now it was 9:30 or something.
Yeah. We'll go ahead, take a timeout for the national anthem. Come back with the start of the contest after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
The staff at Mid-America Specialty Markets, along with Jamie and Terry Langford, are proud to serve our community and support the local high school students in their extracurricular activities this school year. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office at 908 Washington Avenue, or call us at 417-776-LIFE, or visit us at midaminsurance.com.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Joplin and Seneca. Joplin, Ava Wolf, Abby Lowry, Jaden Pankow are the first three. Riley Kelly, Maria Loom, and Gracie Williamson are the next three. And Taylor Love, Carly Howard, and Lily Glover are the final three going up against Callie Rhodes here this afternoon. Maddie Collinsworth in left, Callie Fields in center, Kaylee Mitchell in right for the Lady Indians, Ashton Lannon at third, Cordy Hancock at short, Jolie King at second, Abby Steltz at first, with the battery of Rayleigh Davis catching Callie Rhodes here this afternoon, as we are very close to being set for action here. Not sure what. Rhodes will just continue her warm-up tosses for a moment.
I think Rhodes is ready. She's got one left, and they're going down to second with it. And
so we will be underway shortly with Ava Wolf, who will lead off the ball game for Joplin. 65 degrees here at first pitch. And we will have to wait for her to throw a pitch to tell you what time. It should be about 3:51. First pitch will be 51 minutes late here this afternoon.
51-minute rain delay.
Yeah. Don't get as many of those in softball in the fall as you do in the spring, as that first pitch is low and in the dirt. Counts 1-0. 3:51 is the time of first pitch here from Seneca. 1-0 the count. Daryl, Seneca lost 5-3 on Thursday to Nevada, but Callie Rhodes pitched extremely well, as that pitch is in there for a strike, so the count's 1-1. Rhodes took the loss. 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, only 1 base on ball, 5 strikeouts, and 2 errors by Seneca.
Well, that's the key right there, the errors. Eliminate them. You get down to 1 or 2 errors, for that game, you're going to have a chance to win. If you can make plays behind her. I mean, Callie's a good pitcher. She can hit her spots. She's not overpowering. She's not going to I don't know how many strikeouts did she had against Nevada, but she's not
5.
overpowering. Yeah, she's not overpowering. So usually the girls are going to hit the ball. You've got to make plays behind her.
As the count's 2-1 here on Wolf, as you'll probably see a lot of softballs come in and out of rotation at the beginning of the game as that pitch is high. Counts 3-1, just try and dry them off a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of rain on this turf, but this field does a good job of managing it. That's one of the main reasons why they went to turf is
rock and sand underneath it.
So that pitch is high for ball 4. So a leadoff walk is Abby Lowry will come to the plate, but
yeah, I don't know how many walks she had. Not very many against Nevada. Had 1 walk against Nevada. Now she's already starting off with a walk. So see if she can't settle down here and hit her spots. Throw some strikes.
Abby Lowry comes to the plate. So looking for the sign from Coach Stolte. So here comes the first pitch. And that's up. This counts 1-0. Allie Stolte in her second season. Susan Beville, the assistant coach. Susan has been a mainstay here as an assistant for a long time. She's been here the entire time I've been here. I know that. That pitch is high and outside, so it counts 2-0.
Yeah, and Susan's daughter is a very good player, too, pitcher. She's pitching at Pitt State right now.
Chelsea.
Pitched at Crowder, Chelsea. Yeah, she went to Crowder, and now she's transferred to Pitt State.
Yeah, I think she's in her senior year this year. 2-0 is in there for strikes. The count 2-1. New Mac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Jolie King made 3 or 4 good plays for Seneca last time out against Nevada. This counts 3-1. So they're trying to shade over the outfielders more towards center field, it looks like. So here comes the 3-1 to Lowry. That pitch is roped foul. Count now 3-1. 3-2, excuse me, because the count was 3-1.
Yep, full count.
Full count here. 11 out of any kind. Strikeout would be nice, but you'd take anything at this point. So here comes the 3-2 to Lowry. That's inside for ball 4. So 2 walks here to start the game as Jaden Pankow comes to the plate here for Joplin. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1. These two teams have met twice this year in tournaments, and it was 13-1 and 11-0 Seneca. Looking for a little bit of a different result here this afternoon. 0-1 is hit in the air to right center field. Callie Fields going over, can't get it. Mitchell backs it up. One run will come in and score. They're going to send the second runner home. And there is a 2-run triple for Jaden Pankow. And that's what we talk about all the time, Daryl. Those walks came in and scored.
If you don't make them earn it, it's tough. If you don't make them earn it, it's tough. So, like I said, it's just you've got to throw strikes and hope they play defense behind you. She just happened to hit the ball right in the gap. I mean, Callie Fields covers a lot of ground out there. She just couldn't quite cover that far, and it was just hit right in the gap.
So 2 runs in as Riley Kelly will come to the plate here for Joplin. Yeah, I mean, Fields was very close to being able to get to that as that first pitch is high for a ball. Counts 1-0.
Oh, she covers as much ground as anybody in the area. She's one of the better outfielders in the area. Got a great arm, covers a lot of ground. Can see the ball off the bat. That's very rare.
So 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Does not get far enough away from Davis to do anything. So the count's 1-1. Make sure Davis is okay back there. Kind of slowly getting into the crouch. So here comes the 1-1. That ball hit in the air to center field, and it's over Fields' head, and that's a home run for Riley Kelly. A 2-run home run, and it's already 4-0 for Joplin. That one was... yeah, tattooed. You could tell it off the bat. So 4 runs in the inning here for Joplin as Maria Loom will come to the plate.
4 runs so far, and we still don't have anybody out.
Yeah. And that's what we talk about is, you know, the last 2 batters earned their keep, but the first 2 batters did not.
Right.
Maria Loom will come to the plate. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, and Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast as that first pitch is a ball. So it counts 1-0. Loom, Williamson, and Love are the 3 hitters here. Next 3 for Joplin. So here comes the 1-0, and that goes all the way to the backstop, so the count's 2-0. 2-0 the count here on Loom.
See if we can't settle down here and just throw strikes. Find a strike zone.
So the 2-0 is inside and low, and count 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes here on Loom. People's Bank of Seneca, Crider College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 3-0. That's in there for a strike. The count's 3-1. 4 runs in the inning so far for Joplin on 2 base hits. A 3-1 pitch is fouled at the plate. So the count is 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here as Rhodes trying to battle back. So 3-2 the count. Here comes the 3-2. That hit to Lannon, got a glove on it. It throws to first, not in time though. An infield single. If she had been able to field it cleanly, you're probably looking at an out. Another sharply hit ball as Gracie Williamson will come to the plate.
It was hit sharp. You just got to get the glove on. She stuck with it, but it kind of bounced away from her just a little bit too far for her to make the play at third or make the play at first.
So here comes the first pitch to Williamson. That's high. They're going to try and steal second and in there safely, and counts 1-0. That don't look like a bad throw by Davis. As a lot of maneuvering with the softballs just due to the wet turf. Anytime it bounces on that wet turf, you're going to have probably a new softball. As that one is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Williamson. 1-1 the count. As here comes the 1-1. That's in there for a strike, and the count 1-2 here on Williamson.
I think this is the first one she's been ahead of, Ben. She's been battling from behind here.
So 1-2 the count. Runner at second is Loom. Here comes the 1-2. That's back up the middle by Rhodes. Hancock kind of handcuffs her, still able to get her out at the first base. It's a 6-3 put out.
Good play by Hancock that time, man. Slow roller up there. She had to charge it pretty hard and come up with the throw.
So fielder's choice allows Loom to get to third as Taylor Love come to the plate. 4 runs in the inning so far for Joplin. Seneca able to get an out, though. So here comes Love to the plate. Inside for a ball, so the count's 1-0. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast. Game that was delayed 51 minutes thanks to rain. Which, so here comes the 1-0. That gets by Davis, and coming home on the wild pitch is Loom. So it's 5-0 for Joplin. And it's 2-0 count here on Love. Lots of softballs coming in and out. 2-0 the count here on Love. Here comes the 2-0. That's swung on and missed. Count 2-1. After the 2 walks, you had 3 straight base hits. You also had a ground out as well. That pitch is low, and the count's 3-1. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast. 3-1 the count here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That pitch is hit to Lannon at third. Good stop. Throws to first in time. A 5-3 put out, and there's 2 down. Surprised you didn't have anything to say with your granddaughter making the play.
Well, yeah, I mean, she did what she's supposed to do. Maybe I should go thank her for not robbing a bank last night. She did what she was not supposed to do. What she's supposed to do.
As Carly Howard comes to the plate here for Joplin, 2 outs in the inning. It's the 1-0 count.
It was a good snag from her from the left side and good throw. We all know she doesn't have I'll admit she doesn't have the greatest arm, but she has an accurate arm and threw it right to still something first.
1-0 the count here on Howard. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Rhodes. And that hits the inside corner. Count 1-1. 5 runs in the inning here for Joplin on 3 base hits. They also scored on a wild pitch. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. That's swung on, and I don't know if it was missed or if it was foul tipped at the plate. I can't tell. Either way, it's a strike.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's 1-2. See if we can get another one across and strike her out or get out of this inning.
Find a way to get out of this inning with no more damage. As 1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2, and that's swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will end the inning. For Joplin, they got 5 runs in the inning on 3 base hits, no errors, nobody left. Half inning in the books. Joplin 5 and Seneca coming up here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is,
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And we welcome you back as Callie Fields will lead off the inning here for Seneca. Fields, Collinsworth, and Rhodes. As first pitch is a ball, so counts 1-0. So I'll be going up against Kalen Bobsky, pitcher here for Joplin this afternoon. 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0. And that's low, so the count now 2-0. Evan at the Neosho Daily News wishes Seneca Indians good luck. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. 2-0 pitches laced right to the first baseman. First base umpire kind of ducked out of the way thinking it was going to nail him. And the first baseman, Pankow, snagged it for out number 1. There is a definite difference between Pankow at first and the second baseman, Williamson. Just look at the difference in height.
little height discrepancy there, but boy, she hit it hard. If it wasn't right to her, she wasn't catching it.
Collinsworth smashes one up the middle for a single. Collinsworth has been hitting the ball well for Seneca here. So runner on for Seneca. Joplin looks like this in the field. Carly Howard in left, in center is Abby Lowry, and in right is Taylor Love. Left to right in the infield, you have Lily Glover at third. Shortstop is Maria Loom. At second base is Gracie Williamson, and at first is Jaden Pankow, with Riley Kelly catching Kalen Bobsky. See if the home run power is there for Rhodes as the first pitch is high for a ball. So counts 1-0. Bottom of the first, Seneca would love to get some of those runs back. So here comes the 1-0, and that's high, and the count 2-0.
She might be careful pitching to Callie Rhodes.
2 balls and no strikes here on Rhodes. So here comes the 2-0. Kind of a half-hearted swing by Rhodes. Not sure if she wanted to fully swing or not, and the count's 2-1. So 2-1 the count here on Rhodes. So here comes the 2-1. Popped in the air, and it's just foul. Behind the first baseman, Pankow. Second baseman, Williamson coming over in Love. It was in that little triangle area, just foul, though.
I thought that second baseman was going to get there. She just couldn't quite make it. I think the ball might have been tailing away from her down the right field line just a touch and just barely foul, but she made a good effort.
2-2 the count here on Rhodes. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Bobski. So there's 2 down now for Cordy Hancock.
That's how bad she's wanting to hit it because she chased it outside the strike zone.
So 2 down now for Hancock. So here comes the first pitch to her, and that one is nubbed to third. Throws to first, and she was able to grab it from the bobble in time to end the inning. For Seneca, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, 1 in the books. 5-0 Joplin here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Looking for a bank that puts community first? Look no further than First Community Bank. With our friendly service, convenient locations, and a wide range of financial products and services, we're here to meet all your banking needs. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a home, or starting a business, we're committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. Come experience the First Community Bank difference today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians.
Lily Glover will lead off the inning here for Joplin. 9-1-2 here for the Lady Eagles in the second. Glover then back to the top with Wolf and Lowry. So after allowing the first 5 to reach, so that first pitch is low for a ball. Counts 1-0. She was able to get the next 3 in a row. So 1-0 the count here on Glover. As here comes the 1-0. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. So 1-1 is swung on and missed. And the count 1-2.
There we go. Anyway, Callie hitting her spots here, working ahead now.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here on the number 9 hitter for Joplin. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts over 2 innings as now you get back to the top and Ava Wolf. Coach Stolte getting an arm workout, getting all those balls back to her catcher.
Coming in, well, she's the one with the towel, see, so she gets the
Well,
the ball
Kesley
dry
Plattner is actually the one with the towel, and she hands
okay.
them to Coach Stolte. Got to give credit where it's due, as the first one's high on Wolf. This counts 1-0. Wolf walked and scored in the first on the 2-run triple by Pankow. So here comes the 1-0. That's outside, and the count is 2-0. Cleared up there for a little bit. It looks like it might start raining again.
It's looking just a little darker to me, but who knows? Hope not. But
so here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's I didn't think she offered at it, but it looked good for a strike anyways. They said she offered, so the count's 2-1. 2-1 the count here on Wolf. 2-1 is in there for a strike, and the count is now 2-2. So Rhodes has worked it from 2-0 to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here on the leadoff hitter as that pitch is low for a ball and the count's full. And 3-2. 3-2 the count, 1 out here in the fifth inning, in the second inning. That pitch is hit to Landon at third, throws to first in time. A 5-3 put out. There's 2 down now. As Abby Lowry will come to the plate.
Clear for a little bit.
So 2 down here as Lowry walked and scored as well in the first. So that first pitch is hit to King. Sharply hit. Makes the play, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Seneca as the Lady Eagles go in order. 1.5 done. It is 5-0 Joplin here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Churches everywhere preach that heaven and hell are real, and that a relationship with Jesus Christ is the only way to get to heaven.
When you hear such a message, you can do one of 2 things.
Billy Graham.
First, you can reject it, laugh it off, take it lightly, or you can weigh the facts, heed the warning, and gauge your life and actions accordingly, and repent of your sins, and turn to Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
So what does repent of your sins mean? It means you're sorry for the sins that you've committed, and you ask the Lord to help you stop sinning.
It is never too late to repent, never too late to turn to Christ. All the way through the scriptures, it teaches that God is a God of love, forgiveness, and mercy.
And He wants you to know all 3. Someone is ready to talk with you right now when you call 888-388-2683. That's 888-388-2683. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And we welcome you back. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Seneca here in the second. King, Mitchell, and Plattner. As King swings at the first one, and the count's 0-1.
There's the main thing. Down 5-0. Can we get the bat on the ball?
Here comes the 0-1. That hits the inside corner, and the count's 0-2. Anybody reaches Rayleigh Davis would come to the plate for Seneca. So here comes an 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Bobski as McKaylee Mitchell will come to the plate. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. For how much it rained, I mean, the field looks pretty good shape. That first pitch is inside, so count 1-0. I know it's turf, so it's got pretty good drainage, but
oh yeah, it's all rock. And out it's rock, it's sand, it's something that water just runs right through it.
So here comes the 1-0. That hits the outside corner, so the count 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 from Bobski. That ball hit on a hop to third, throws to first in plenty of time. 5-3 put out, and there's 2 down now for Plattner. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic sponsoring the broadcast. And it's amusing to me how short the second baseman is compared to Pankow, and also the third baseman, Glover, is also pretty short compared to Pankow.
Well, if you was a basketball coach at Joplin, you sure wish the first baseman would play.
Well, I think she does play basketball.
Yeah. She looks like a pretty good little athlete. As big as she is, a lot of tall girls are hard to be athletes. It looks like she's a pretty good athlete.
So here comes the first pitch to Plattner, and that's high for a ball. Counts 1-0. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, and Cedar Lane Farm and Gardens all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-0. That's high, and the count's 2-0. Just find a way to reach if you're Plattner. Plattner's been swinging a pretty good bat as a slap hitter here lately. That ball slapped down the third base line, foul. And the count will be 2-1. So I think they're going to throw it in. I think it's starting to rain again.
I can hear it.
That's what it sounds like. 2-1 the count here on Plattner. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 2-2. Doesn't look like it's raining very hard at the moment, but you can hear it. 2-2 the count.
Just little sprinkles out there, Ben.
That ball is slapped down the third base line, foul. So the count remains 2-2. Gotta dry off the softball.
Well, he's got a new one out there.
The count will remain 2-2. Plattner is peppering that third base line. So that's high and inside, and the count's full at 3-2. Count's full now here on Plattner. She steps back in. Here comes a full count pitch. And that hits the outside corner for strike 3. That will end the inning. For Seneca, nothing doing in the second. 2 in the books, 5-0 Joplin here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
And we welcome you back as new pitcher in for Seneca, Maddie Collinsworth, is going to come in here in the third. And she'll go against Pankow, Kelly, and Loom. And so got some different rotations in there. King moves from second base to right field. Mitchell moves from right field to left field. Callie Rhodes moves from pitcher to third. And Lannon moves from third to second. If you didn't get that, I don't want to say it again.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement. It's the same girls. They just move around a little bit. It's like the same deck of cards. We just shuffle them around just a little bit. But, Matt Collinsworth coming in has been doing a good job coming in to pitch.
So here comes the first pitch. Off-speed pitches in there for a strike. So counts 0-1. Pankow tripled off of Rhodes her first time. And Kelly hit the home run off of Rhodes. So maybe just a different look for this part of the order. So 0-1 pitch is just outside apparently. And it counts 1-1. Collinsworth just kind of a change of pace pitcher here for Seneca, it looks like. So 1-1 pitch popped up in the air. That's a tough play for Stelz, and it's going to land in fair territory. Now you can try and get Pankow out, but can't quite get there, as it'll be a single for Pankow. It's not no man's land, but it's no woman's land there. Stelz had a hard time finding that one. Landon did too. Those are the breaks that Seneca hasn't been getting that other teams have.
Mm-hmm.
As Kelly hit a 2-run home run her last time, as that first pitch is in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 0-1 from Collinsworth. That's in there for... Was that a ball or a strike?
What did he call
So
that?
is it a ball or it's a ball? Okay. I saw him do this, so I was wondering. It's like I thought I heard him say strike.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, what is he calling? Pitch is outside, so the count's 2-1. Everybody had a good chuckle over that one.
I got a little confused there for a second.
2-1 the count here on Kelly. Comes the 2-1. Popped up in the air. Fields does not have to go that far, and we'll grab it for out number 1. It's a little bit farther than I thought for saying popped up in the air.
Well, it traveled a little bit, but, Callie was sitting there waiting on it.
Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust all sponsoring the broadcast as Maria Loom comes to the plate. She singled and scored there in the first. So we're here in the third. Seems like every time Collinsworth comes in and pitches, she seems to get more and more confident. That first pitch is high for a ball, so counts 1-0. And it may just be the fact that she's getting more and more used to it.
Well, you get more reps. I know she got quite a bit probably over the weekend too, but yeah, the more you do it, the more confidence you get in it.
That pitch is high for a ball, so it counts 2-0. Here on Collinsworth, or on Loom. Collinsworth is pitching. So here comes the 2-0, and that stays up, and the count 3-0. Now you need to fight here to try and get back in the count. So here comes the 3-0. And that must have been low. Must have came in low over the plate. So runners at first and second for Gracie Williamson. Williamson grounded to shortstop her first time. If you can hit a ground ball, you potentially have a double play. Just depends on where it would go. So here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike, so the count's 0-1. Fourth State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 the count here. That pitch is hit to second. Hancock's only play is to first. It's a 6-3 putout. And now they have the runner caught at second. No. They throw it away, and 2 runs are going to come in and score on the throwing error from Collinsworth. It was a 6-3 putout. The fielder's choice did allow the runners to get to second and third, and then the E1, or actually that may have been Who threw that? Was it Collinsworth?
Collinsworth, threw it back, and Ashton missed it. She threw it kind of low and outside, and Ashton just couldn't get her glove on it. And
so the E1 allows 2 more runs to come in and score, and they potentially could have get out of that with no runs in. As coming in and getting a base hit there is Love. So a 2-out single. As Carly Howard will come to the plate. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wishes Seneca Indians good luck, and to keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule, sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. Trying to bunt her way on, and it's bunted foul. So the count's 0-1. So 0-1 the count here on Howard. Seneca could have almost gotten away with not getting any runs given up in that inning. 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike. Late throw. With how off speed that was, I don't think Davis really had an opportunity there to get the runner Love.
No.
That was a good throw by Davis, just with how off speed it was. 0-2 pitch is poked down the right field line, foul. So the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count remains. As here comes another 0-2 from Collinsworth. That off-speed pitch is outside. Count 1-2. Seneca remains home Tuesday, Thursday. They finish the first half of their conference schedule Tuesday against Monette. That pitch is hit in the air to Hancock, who grabs it.
What a great
for
play.
Out number 3. For Joplin, 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There was an error, and they strand 1. We are through 2.5, 7-0 Joplin here on the KNEO Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
And we welcome you back as Seneca will set 8-9-1 to the plate here, as it will be Rayleigh Davis, Ashton Lannon, and then the top of the order, and Callie Fields to begin the bottom of the third as they try and get some of these runs back. Seneca at home against Monette tomorrow to round out the first half of Big 8 play, as Davis takes a ball, so counts 1-0, and then Thursday at home against Mac, and that will begin the second half of conference play of the home and home. As here comes the 1-0. That ball is blooped in the air, and Bobski going to grab it for out number 1.
That's right off the handle, yeah.
Lannon will come to the plate here for Seneca. And back to the top of the order, and Callie Fields.
They said the plate number 24, Ashton Lannon.
So 1 out here for Lannon. Swings and misses at the first one. So the count is 0-1. No balls and a strike here on Lannon.
Come on, put the bat on the ball.
So here comes the 0-1. Well,
Oh.
she put the bat on the ball. She listened to you, Daryl. It's just the pitcher just stuck her glove out to grab it.
And she hit it hard. She hit a hard line drive. It's right back at the pitcher. Just a reaction play from the pitcher.
So there's 2 down now as Bobsky has gotten both outs and Callie Fields come to the plate. Fields lined it to the first baseman her first time up. So 2 down here for Fields. Here comes the first pitch to her. That gets by the catcher. It counts 1-0.
She wanted to go, didn't she? And don't be surprised. This little thing's got some pop on her bat, too. Don't be surprised she doesn't hit a home run or 2 this year.
1-0 the count here on Fields. Here comes the 1-0, and that's inside in the dirt. I guess the brown stuff, not really dirt.
Yeah, well, it's still dirt to us.
Counts 2-0. If it was dirt, I don't think we'd be playing today.
No, if we had the old grass field down there, and you know, behind the.
So 2-0 pitch is lined into right center. It'll go to the wall. That's easily 2, and Fields is in there safely with the double.
There you go.
Second base hit of the day for Seneca. As Maddie Collinsworth comes to the plate, Collinsworth
has the
singled her first time up.
Yeah, has the other base hit. And right up the middle, too. Let's see if she can't produce again. She has to do it again. See if we can get a couple good hits right here in a row, maybe score a run.
So 2-out double for Fields as Collinsworth comes to the plate. As here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. 0-1 the count here on Collinsworth. Bobsky trying to get out of this inning with no damages. Here comes the 0-1. Laced in the air to left field, and it's going to drop. 1 run, going to try and score, and Fields is in there safely with a 2-out RBI single. Collinsworth does take second on the throw, so Seneca gets 1 run here. And Collinsworth was able to do the smart thing and get into scoring position again.
Yeah, when the plate throw goes to the plate over the cutoff man's head, you go to second base because you've got time to get there. Great job, good base running by Collinsworth and by Callie Fields too.
As Rhodes will come to the plate, struck out her first time. This takes a pitch high, so the count's 1-0. So Seneca gets a run back here in the third. See if they can maybe get 2 more on one swing.
Yeah, very easily could do that too.
So that pitch hits the inside corner. And the count, it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
They've been throwing her outside. She's kind of hugging the plate just a little.
And here comes the 1-1, and that's poked in the air to right field, and the right fielder, Love, will grab it for out number 3. For Seneca, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They strand 1. 3 in the books, 7-1 Joplin here on the KNEO Sports Network.
A lot of people put Billy Graham on a pedestal. They thought if anyone could get into heaven by being a good Christian, Mr. Graham would make the cut. But he was the first person to disagree with that.
I can't live the Christian life. Billy Graham is a total flop when it comes to living the Christian life.
Wow, so if Billy Graham couldn't do it on his own, what hope do you and I have to get into heaven? Mr. Graham knew that hope comes from God.
You don't inherit it. You don't deserve it. God gives it by grace. God just gives it to you if you reach up and receive by faith. If we confess with our mouths the Lord Jesus and believe in our hearts that God hath raised him from the dead, we shall be saved. You have to believe he's the Son of God, that he died for you, that he rose again, that he's alive.
Have more questions? Check out our website, findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family. so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
And we welcome you back as it will be 9-1-2 here for Joplin in the fourth. Glover, then back to Wolf and Lowry. Pankow is the fourth hitter if they get that far. As Glover struck out her first time, but that was against Rhodes. As here comes the first pitch, and that's swung on and missed. It counts 0-1. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit our branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. So that 0-1 must have been just outside. It counts 1-1. Not exactly sure where that one missed.
Yeah, the rain kind of picking up a little bit, Ben.
Yeah, you can see it too, as here comes the 1-1. That pitch is poked over Collinsworth's head. Hancock a tough play and no play. And then an infield single for Glover. So Wolf will come to the plate. She's 1 for 2. You can see the rain has picked up. It's not raining extremely hard at the moment, but
not only can you hear it, but we can also can see it this time.
Yeah. It's amazing because it was darker and it wasn't raining, and now it's lighter and it's raining again. As here comes the first pitch to Wolf. That's in there for a strike. So counts 0-1. That was just outside the reach of Collinsworth there. If she had been able to snag it, it would have been an out, but because she wasn't able to get it, Hancock didn't have a play, just a very slow roll as that 1-0 pitch is hit down the left field line, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. That's at least one run going to come in and score. They're going to try and get the run at third, and she is safe at third as that is a triple for Wolf, and it's 8-1 for Joplin. And we actually have a new catcher out there as well. Kesley Plattner is in there catching. I didn't catch that till just now. So Plattner is catching, and Davis is the DP at the moment. As here comes the first pitch to Lowry. Gets by Plattner, and the run will come in and score on the wild pitch. They make it 9-1. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of rain left, it looks like, but just never know.
Just enough to get everything wet.
So here comes the 1-0. That must have been low. Counts 2-0. Not exactly sure where that one missed.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Daryl, we say this a lot. Opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't matter.
2-0 the count. Here comes the 2-0. That's inside, and the count 3-0. Kind of looks like you got rain showers throughout the rest of the ball game.
It may be that way, coming up from the southwest.
3-0 the count here on Lowry. So here comes the 3-0. That's high for ball 4. So a single, a triple, and now a walk. Pankow will come to the plate. She singled her last time. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast. First pitch is laced to Hancock. She can't catch it. It's a single. If she had caught that, it would have been an easy double play as the runner was off on the pitch. They're going to make sure she's okay. And she is okay. And runners are at first and second, which
Hit hard enough, it just knocked her glove off. I mean, that's how hard it was hit.
Yeah.
Just a sharp liner at her.
Kelly flew out to center fielder last time. As here comes the first pitch to her. It must have been high. Counts 1-0. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-0 from Collinsworth. That ball is roped foul, and the count's 1-1.
You're really going to have a hard time keeping up with the softballs and keeping them dry here with it raining. Not only, the turf wet, but it's raining.
1-1 the count here on Kelly. So here comes the 1-1 from Collinsworth. That's high. Counts 2-1. So we're in the top of the fourth here. 2 runs in the inning so far for Joplin. Still nobody out. So that's inside, and the count's 3-1. Campbell, I already did that. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, and Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 3-1. Popped in the air. It's in foul territory. Stelz will grab it for out number 1. If it had been in fair territory, the infield fly rule would have been in effect, but without it being fair, there's no infield fly. As Maria Loom comes to the plate, she has singled and walked as they're going to they're going to switch softballs, and they bounce the softball they throw out there.
through the turf.
But there's 1 out now.
All right, we got 1 out. Let's see if we can get another out.
And here comes the first pitch from Collinsworth. That ball is hit to King and right, and she can't snag it. Fields will throw home, and now they're going to try and get it to third. And the runners will all be in there. King looked like she read it off the bat, just wasn't able to grab it. And runners will be at second and third as it makes it 10-1. As Gracie Williamson will come in. She has grounded to shortstop twice. That first pitch is a ball, so counts 1-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 count here on Williamson. And she swings and misses. Count 1-1. With Davis coming out, too, it makes you wonder if they're trying to save some of her legs for tomorrow and Thursday as well. I'm not really sure where that pitch is missing because that looks good. It must think it's high as it crosses the plate. It's about the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know.
2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1, and that's high, and the count now 3-1. Runners at second and third here in the fourth. As here comes the 3-1 pitch from Collinsworth. And that's inside for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for Love, who is 1 for 2. She has singled and grounded out to third. As here comes the first pitch to Love. That's high for a ball. Counts 1-0. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, sponsoring the broadcast. Seneca has the infield in, playing for the out at home. So here comes the 1-0. Hit 2 roads. They're going to throw home, and she is out. It's a 5-2 put out. Plattner just made sure of the 1. Kept her foot on the bag, and the fielder's choice has 2 down now for Carly Howard, who's 0 for 2.
Yeah, she didn't, there's no need to go in the first because she wasn't going to get the girl at first base anyway. And as soon as you start throwing it, bad things happen,
It's especially in this weather, as here comes the first pitch. She offered at it, so the count's 0-1. Howard has struck out and grounded out. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast, as here comes the 0-1, and that gets by Plattner. Coming in to score on the wild pitch is Loom to make it 11-1, and everybody else moves up the bag. So runners are now at second and third, and a 1-1 count here on Howard. 1-1 hit to Rhodes, throws to first. It's a high throw, and 2 runs will come in and score, and she will go all the way to third on the error by Rhodes. Rhodes, I think, had more time than she realized. I understand the ball is a little bit wet, but she had a little bit more time, and I think she rushed the throw a little bit.
Well, I think, I've said this before. I think Callie Rhodes is probably one of the best third basemen around. But she doesn't get to play third base because she's got to pitch more than half the time. And she doesn't get the reps over there at third base like she should, but still yet.
We have a pinch hitter. Number 26 will be pinch hitting for Glover. As that will be Lilabelle Stafford. Pinch hitting. So that first pitch is a ball. So the count's 1-0. Glover singled to start the inning, and now they're putting in a pinch hitter here in this at bat.
Called it strike, said she offered at it.
Counts 1-1. My head was down. Didn't even know there was a pitch that went.
Well, it's just kind of like a half swing. She tried to hold it back. And
so 1-1 pitch is up, and they count 2-1. If she reaches, you get back to the top of the order again. There's a runner at third. So here comes the 2-1. That ball is hit to Rhodes at third. Has to double clutch and grabs it for the out. It's a 5-3 put out. That will end the inning. For Joplin in the inning. 6 runs on 2 base hits. There was also 2 errors in the inning, and they strand 1. 13-1 Joplin after 3.5 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians!
Hancock leads off the 4th for Seneca as she takes a ball. Hancock, King, and Mitchell are the 3 due up for Seneca here in the 4th as it's a light drizzle out there. That pitch is inside for the ball. Count 2-0. Hancock grounded out to short her first time up. 2-0 the count here on Hancock. That's outside, and the count 3-0. So they had to turn the lights on in between innings, Daryl.
It's getting, it's just dark. It's just over. They got dark clouds going off with a little light rain.
So the 3-0 is high, and that's 4 straight balls, and Seneca reaches to start the 4th. Jolie King will come to the plate here for Seneca.
She did very well down at the Branson tournament. Hit the ball very well. I know she struck out the last time, but she's been hitting the ball.
So here comes the first pitch, and she dribbles that one foul. So the count's 0-1. King and Mitchell are the next two, and then Plattner. 0-1 the count here on King. Swung on and missed. So they went off speed, and the count 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count here on King. So 2, she just gets a piece to stay alive.
Must hit the top of the softball that time instead of the bottom. Maybe swinging over it just a little bit, but looks like the timing is about right.
Count remains 0-2. Comes another 0-2 pitch. And she hits that one foul and fouled it off herself.
You fouled it off her toe or shin or something.
Count remains 0-2.
Coach King out here, not a whole lot of sympathy for his daughter. It's a long way. It's a long way from her heart. That's what we used to say. You'll be all right. It's a long way from your heart. But you get something sharp off the. I don't know exactly where it hit her. I don't know if it hit her on the instep of her heel, on her foot or shin, but it's it just takes a second to get the blood working back in there. But yeah, she probably have a good bruise tomorrow.
Count remains 0-2, but she's doing a good job of fouling it off.
She's battling up there.
Yeah. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes as Coach Beville talking to her a little bit.
Well,
Coach Beville and Coach Stolte here just kind of smirking at Will.
Everybody wants to give her a hug, Ben, and Coach King's wanting to get her on the line and run sprints.
As here comes another 0-2. And she does not offer. Good job by her.
There you go.
Count remains 1-2. I think that's the 20-plus years of coaching coming out of Will.
We have the same mentality sometimes.
That pitch is high, and the count now 2-2. So she has worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. As here comes the 2-2. That's high and outside, and she worked it from 0-2 to now full at 3-2.
Good eye there because she's probably trying to get you to go at 2-2. Let's see if she can throw a strike. See if she can get on it.
Comes the full count pitch, and that's swung on and missed for strike 3. So there's 1 down now as McKaylee Mitchell will come to the plate. Mitchell grounded out to third base her first time up.
And she's been hitting the ball pretty decent here lately. She's a 4th hitter for quite a while.
That ball roped down the left field line fair, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. We'll see if they try and send Hancock home. Hancock is going to come home, and she will be safe at home plate. It's an RBI double for McKaylee Mitchell, and it's 13-2. Good job by Hancock of getting all the way home. Not sure what happened to her because now she's kind of.
She's hobbling, but I don't know if the slide got to her or something. She's walking kind of gingerly back to the dugout.
As Plattner takes the strikes, it counts 0-1.
Good hit by McKaylee Mitchell that time. Just a rope down the left field line.
So 0-1 the count. Plattner struck out her first time. That one is popped foul, and it's going to hit the screen. So the count 0-2. Still only one out in the inning as they got to switch softballs. It's been a common theme here this afternoon.
You're going to have 4 or 5 towels to keep these softballs dry for this game.
Slow 2 pitch. She hits it foul. Count remains 0-2. As Plattner needs to retie her shoe.
She's fast. She's running out of her shoes, Ben.
Near the first base bag.
Yeah, she's quick down the line. I mean, if you could get the ball on the ground, a little old soft roller to shortstop, and I don't think they can make a play.
So here comes another 0-2, and that's outside. So the count 1-2. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. That one's in the brown stuff. Counts 2-2.
Trying to throw it outside to make her stay in the box as long as possible. That last 2 were, but she's got to come to her.
So here comes a 2-2. She nubs that one foul. Count remains 2-2. Plattner, I think, has pitch count doesn't matter as much in softball, but she has made pitchers work a lot these last couple of games.
Well, she's getting more used to it and how to get the bat like that on the ball all the time, and you just get used to it. Your eye-hand coordination gets better at seeing the ball.
Hand-eye coordination.
That's what I said. Hand-eye coordination.
You said eye-hand.
It don't matter. Eye-hand coordination is the same thing as hand-eye.
Just got to say it right, Daryl.
I did say it right. I had both of them in mind.
Yes. She is working that third base line and she's working her teammates, making sure they dry those balls off nicely.
Yeah, the one drying the balls off is the one getting the most work today.
Count remains 2-2 here on Plattner. She's fouled off 4 straight. And she hits that one foul. I think if she doesn't hit that hits her.
Yeah, that was a ball. She just is up in her high and tight. But like I said, put a bat on it. Keep going. Keep going.
Count remains 2-2.
See if we can't get it just a little earlier.
Comes another 2-2, and that gets by the catcher. Mitchell will take third without a throw. And the count is now full. I'll have to see. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be the 11th pitch of that bat coming up. So Plattner has definitely made her work. This count's full.
Yeah. Yeah, just poke it. Poke it somewhere.
So here comes another full count pitch from Bobski. She nubs it. It's a fair ball. They throw behind. The runner is safe. I think they're calling interference. No?
Oh, she made it back.
Okay.
She slid, but I think her slide was short, and she had to jump to get to it.
Well, I think you give an infield single on the play. They were trying to bait Mitchell, and they almost got her. But runners will be at first and third for Rayleigh Davis. Still 1 out, and there's no count. I'm confused on what the umpires called and what they're disappointed about. I mean, because it's a ground ball, you got to tag her. Nobody tagged Mitchell, so
no.
I don't know. That first pitch is in there for strikes. Counts 0-1. Davis popped out to the pitcher her first time.
Well, I'm not sure they'd even have a play at first base because she was down there pretty quick. It wasn't a very hard hit. Slow roller to third, but
trying to bunt, and she bunts it foul in the box. Count 0-2. I think they're just trying to get that runner in.
Yeah.
Count remains 0-2. It's kind of what they tried to call against Nevada, and Davis couldn't get one down then either.
Yeah.
So here comes another 0-2. That is blocked by the catcher. Count 1-2.
Hear the rain coming back.
So they're going to switch out softballs again. Almost seems like the rain's coming down a little bit harder now.
You can hear it a little bit better on this tin roof in here.
So here comes the 1-2. And that one's fouled at the plate. Davis doing a good job of fouling balls off. His count remains 1-2.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty good right now.
So here comes a 1-2. And that one is foul tipped. They're going to switch out the softballs again. I'm not sure who's getting more of a workout, Stolte or whoever's wiping off the softballs.
Well, this game would be only half as long as,
1-2 hitter. And so she'll hobble her way down to first as runners. Bases will be loaded now for Ashton Lannon. So bases full of Lady Indians. Are they going to switch out the softball? Oh, they're making sure Davis is okay. You don't really have anybody to run for her. So he's trying to take some extra time and get the dry softballs to give her an extra moment.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out what's going on, but that's what it was.
Well, umpires are very good at that. If someone gets hit or something, same thing in baseball, they'll always walk out to the pitcher. Catcher gets hit. Catchers always get hit and nubbed on. So they'll always take a little bit of time, give him a chance for him. Let's see if Ashton can hit it. She hit it hard last time.
Right at the pitcher.
Let's see if she can do it again.
That ball hit to shortstop. It gets booted. They're going to send one runner in on the play. As it's now 13-3, the bases remain loaded on the E6. Sharply hit ball there.
She's hit it hard twice. That's good. She's putting the bat on the ball like she's supposed to be.
So they make it 13-3, and now Callie Fields comes to the plate. She doubled her last time. If she did something like that, as that first pitch is a strike, counts 0-1. If she did something like that again, clear the bases.
Well, it might.
0-1 the count here on Fields.
I'd sure like to see if Ashton can score from first base on a double.
That ball is hit to third. It's a fair ball. Throws home, and she is out. It's a 5-2 put out. And the bases will remain loaded on the fielder's choice for Maddie Collinsworth. Collinsworth is 2 for 2. She's got 2 singles. So here comes the first pitch to her. Ball roped down the left field line, foul. Count 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count here on Collinsworth.
She's seen the ball well. See if she can hit another one here.
Popped in the air. There's 2 outs. Pankow is the one that's going to call for it and grab it for out number 3. For Seneca, they do get 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There was an error, and they strand 3. 4 in the books, 13-3 for, and they may have called it after 4. Well, oh, no, I think Stolte has to leave. I think that's why they shook hands.
She's either leaving now or she's
I was going to say
right after. But
go ahead, take a timeout. Come back with the 5th after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
Ready to buy your dream home? Look no further than First Community Bank's mortgage department. Our experienced team is here to help you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service, we'll make sure your home buying process is a breeze. Visit First Community Bank today and let us help make your dream home a reality. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When Jesus was crucified, 2 other men were also crucified. But unlike Jesus, who had done nothing wrong, these 2 were paying for their crimes. One of them made fun of Jesus, but the other man, he believed Jesus Christ was God's son. And Jesus promised that man he'd go to heaven, even though there was no time for him to clean up his act here. How could that be? Billy Graham.
He was saved by the sheer mercy and grace of God, not because he could get down from the cross and live a good life. The Bible teaches that God is a God of mercy, that no matter what sin anybody has ever committed in history, if we truly repent, God will forgive. He has to forgive because his word says so.
No matter what you've done, God will forgive you if you turn your life over to him. Discover how to do that at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And we welcome you back as Ava Wolf takes a ball to start the inning. It's Wolf, Lowry, and Pankow, the 3 due up as Collinsworth begins the 5th as that pitch is swung on and missed, so they count 1-1. Pankow walked, grounded out, and tripled. It's not a bad afternoon at the plate. 1-1 pitch is poked foul. And count will be 1-2. And now you got a different ball wiper off.
Well, Coach King has found his
way to the dugout.
Yeah, well, he might have found his
calling.
His calling in life right there, the ball wiper.
So 1-2 pitch is hit in the air. King out there in right field can't grab it. They're going to try and take second, and in at second safely is Ava Wolf. So the first runner reaches as Lowry comes to the plate. She's walked twice and grounded out. And Coach King will be hearing some guff because he skipped it in there. What's the point of drying it off if you're going to skip it in there?
If you're going to throw it up against the turf to get there. That'd be loading up a spitball, wouldn't it, in the old days?
So here comes the first pitch to Lowry. Again, that pitch looks good to me. It must be up. I mean, this is a taller girl, too, so I don't know where that pitch is missing. That ball is cranked to left field. Field's going to come over, and Mitchell is actually going to grab it out there.
Good grab by Mitchell that time.
That's a hard grab, especially in the rain, because you're staring right into the rain,
you're looking right up at it, and the raindrops are hitting you right in the face. And
as Pankow comes to the plate, she's 3 for 3. That might be a pinch hitter.
Tegan Morris.
I was going to say, that might be a pinch hitter. That pitch is in there for a strike. It counts 0-1. Seneca needs to hold Joplin here and then score at least one run for this game to go to a 6th inning. So here comes the 0-1. Hit to Rhodes at third. It's a fair ball. High throw. Good job by Stelz to grab it. It's a 5-3 put out. It did stay fair, but a good job all around as the runner goes to third. As Kelly will come to the plate. She's 0 for 3. 1 for 3.
That's about as far away as you can get it on the infield right there. It's like Rhodes grabbed it right on the line, right in front of the bag. And
so that first pitch gets by Plattner, and the run going to come in and score on the wild pitch. Count will be 1-0. Collinsworth has given up some runs, but most of them have been unearned.
I'll have to compliment Coach King. I didn't know he could throw a softball that far, but apparently he made it out there this time.
The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Seneca at home against Monette tomorrow. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime.
Ben will be here to have all the action.
So here comes the 1-1, and that's outside, and the count's 2-1. Looks like it's lightened up again. It's hard to tell from the press box where you're not getting any rain, but
can't hear it now.
2-1 pitch is high, and the count now 3-1. Collinsworth came in the third, and I think a lot of that has to do with trying to save Rhodes' arms for Tuesday and Thursday. That pitch is outside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk as Maria Loom. Nope, we got. Yep, that is her. Maria Loom will be coming to the plate. We may have a pinch runner for the pinch hitter. We have a pinch
15.
runner for the pinch hitter as Olivia Maines will run. So she will run for the pinch hitter as Maria Loom will come to the plate. Man, this ain't confusing.
Well, no JV. He's probably trying to get as many kids in there as he can.
So that first pitch is inside, so the count's 1-0. So here comes the 1-0. That's high. And the count's 2-0. My 8 years here, this is the most I've remembered it raining during a softball game. That 2-0 pitch is cranked to center, but Fields has it. For the final out, Seneca needs 2 runs to send this to a 6th inning. We're through 5, 14-3 for Joplin here on the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
And we welcome you back as Kelly Rhodes will start off the 5th inning here for Seneca. And so here comes the first pitch to Rhodes. That ball is rubbed down the left field line fair, and he's going to send her to second. Good coaching decision there by Coach King, as it's a double to start the inning for Seneca. Seneca needs 2 runs for this to go to a 6th inning, as Cordy Hancock will come to the plate. She walked and scored in the 4th. Seneca has started to get some base hits against Bobski, so 2 runs is possible here for Seneca.
That was a good start, though.
Yeah, a double.
And we're all laughing because Coach King, because Coach Stoltze had to leave, so Coach King took over.
First pitch is in there for strikes. The count's 0-1.
He's standing down there on first base, so we're all giving him a hard time.
0-1 the count here on Hancock. That's high, and the count's 1-1. Seneca home Tuesday, Thursday. Monette completes the first half of the home and homes. Mack County begins the second half. Ball is blooped foul, and it goes into the Joplin dugout.
Maybe that'll keep the ball dry.
Count 1-2. Wonder what kind of words of encouragement he'll have for his daughter, who's on deck and is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
You have those games. I mean, she just hadn't hit it, but she hit it good over the weekend. So
1-2 is roped in the air to right center, but the center fielder Lowry makes a good play. And there's one down as Jolie King will come to the plate.
I feel sorry for her, though, if she does get a base hit, and then she's going to be over there by her dad on first base. That's never a good thing.
Well, maybe she can hit a double, and then she doesn't have to worry about it.
We'll get an RBI here.
That first pitch is fouled off, so the count's 0-1. I think I hear the Joplin bus back.
Yeah, I think that's it.
5:21.
Well, they said it'd be 5:30 before they made it back, because they had dropped the girls off, go back, make their run, and then come back.
0-1 the count here on King. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch is high. Rhodes going to try and take third, and we'll get in safely. Slid super early, but, with...
you never know on that wet turf.
I was going to say, with the wet turf, you got plenty of airstrip, I guess, is the best way to put it. Runway. That pitch is a ball, and the count is now 2-1.
Good dig by the catcher that time to keep the ball in front of her.
2-1 the count here on King. Now you really have an RBI chance. So here comes the 2-1. That's low, and the count's 3-1. If you walk her, she's still got to go by her dad.
Yeah. And she's probably not looking forward to that. She'd probably rather hit a double. She may try to go to a double anyway just to get away from him.
The 3-1 pitch is hit just foul. The Rhodes had to maneuver around it, and the count's full at 3-2. Seneca needs 2 runs for this game to see a 6th inning. So here comes the 3-2. That's low for ball 4. A 1-out walk. We'll have runners at first and third for McKaylee Mitchell, who doubled down down the right field line, and she didn't even want to give her dad a high five.
No, she doesn't even want to be close to him right now.
She's not even really acknowledging his presence. So runners are at first and third for Mitchell, who roped the ball down the left field line her last time up. So that first pitch is a ball, so counts 1-0, and the rain comes back.
You can hear it. It's just going to be drizzling the whole time. On and off, on and off.
1-0 the count. Comes the 1-0. Fakes a bunt and takes a called strike. Counts 1-1. One out here in the inning. King is the run that would extend the game. So that pitch is high and outside, so the count now 2-1. So I think Bobski's having potentially some issues with the softball, as here comes the 2-1, and that gets by, and coming in and scoring is going to be Rhodes. And so now runners will be at second, and the inning extending or game extending run is at second base, and it's a 3-1 count here on Mitchell.
Well, if she can't find the strike zone, and she's having trouble finding the strike zone, I mean, Seneca might be able to score some runs this inning.
3-1 the count here on Mitchell. Here comes the 3-1. That ball is hit down the Third baseline foul, and the count will be 3-2. Again, I don't think anybody is going to complain about the rain here today.
No.
With how little rain we've gotten over the past month and a half. This has been desperately needed. Comes the full count pitch. That's poked in the air, foul. And King will stay at second base as Glover grabs it at third. And there are 2 down, and Kesley Plattner becomes Seneca's last hope.
Let's see how many times she can foul a ball this time. How many fouls she have last time, Ben? You got that?
5.
She fouled the ball 5 times.
So here comes the first pitch to her, and that's outside. King will take third on the wild pitch. You're one wild pitch away from this game going to 6th without Plattner having to really do anything. 1-0 the count here on Plattner. Playing the infield in, not only because that pitch is outside. So counts 2-0, not only because she's a slap hitter, but I think they want to try and get that out so that way the game doesn't head to 6th.
Well, if they can get her out at first, it'd be over with anyway. But
so here comes the 2-0, and that's outside. Does not get away from the catcher enough to have King come home. So counts 3-0. Fields is doing it right. Maybe Fields should have been the ball handler the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
She can get it there, and she's lobbing it there.
3-0 the count.
She'll be taken the entire way, and that's in there for a strike. Counts 3-1. She'll probably be taken the entire way here, too, on a 3-1 count. Make her throw another strike. Counts 3-1. Well, I was wrong. She's swinging, and the count now full at 3-2. So 1 strike away from this game ending as the count's 3-2. Here comes the full count pitch. That's outside for ball 4. Runners will be at first and third now for Rayleigh Davis. Got hit by a pitch in the 4th. You got to think Plattner may be off on a pitch to try and get in scoring position. I don't know that head coach, or not head coach, I don't know that Will over there knows any of the signs.
No, I didn't know anything.
Going to second without a throw is Plattner. She takes a called strike, does Davis, so the count 0-1. Base hit would probably score 2 for Seneca. So here comes the 0-1 to Davis. Pitch must have just been outside. Count 1-1.
He's been given that pitch quite a bit, all day. But
that's what I was wondering.
Maybe a little high as well. But
so here comes the 1-1. That pitch is caught by Bobski, and that will end the game. For Seneca, they get 1 run in the inning. On a 1 base hit, there were no errors, and they strand 2. Joplin improves to 10-12 overall. Joplin falls to 5-14 on the season. The postgame show is sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. After this break on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half-priced, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
The staff at Mid-America Specialty Markets, along with Jamie and Terry Langford, are proud to serve our community and support the local high school students in their extracurricular activities this school year. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office at 908 Washington Avenue or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at midaminsurance.com.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you are growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10+ acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
And we welcome you back for the final time, the post-game show sponsored by the Seneca School District and Crowder College. Seneca falls here 14-4, your final score. Daryl, the big thing, errors. 14 runs for Joplin, 7 base hits, but 3 Seneca errors. The other thing is walks. I didn't tally up walks, but there was a ton of walks today as well.
You got walks and you got errors, and we talk about it all the time. They hit the ball good, but it's always after you get them walks and errors, and then, it's just a snowball effect. I mean, should they have gave up 14 runs? No. The defense was a little bit lacking today, and they've got to play better defense. They got 2 games coming up, Tuesday, Thursday, and Big 8 play, and they've got to shore up their defense and play better in the field.
4 runs, 6 hits for them. They were hitting the ball hard. It just seemed like it was right at some of the Joplin defenders here today. And credit to to Seneca, it seems like lately they've been hitting the ball pretty good. It's just sometimes it's right at other teams' players.
Everybody thinks you're in a slump and you're hitting the ball hard right at them. It's like you're not in a slump. You just haven't found the spot, that goes. And then next thing you know, you'll get a bloop that hits the line or something right in the spot where nobody can get to. And everybody thinks, oh, you got a base hit. Well, that's not as good as what I've been hitting a line shot out to the outfielder. But, it happens. Everybody's, everybody has those days when you can't do it. It's nice when they get together and you got a few girls in the lineup that are actually hitting the ball in the alleys and stuff.
Yeah, the Big 8 play continues Tuesday, Thursday here at home. Monette tomorrow to round out the first half of Big 8 play, and then they start the second half with Mack County on Thursday. 4:10 air times, 4:30 first pitch here from Seneca. For Coach Darryl Harbaugh and Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca. We thank you so much for watching high school softball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.